Hi everyone, Rana from Selldone. This video is one of the most important tutorials I've ever created. Today I'm going to show you how to add your own domain in Selldone. So let's get started. In the main menu, click on Settings and then Domain to enter domain settings. By clicking on Add New Domain, you see a window opens and shows the required information such as DNS Records. You should enter the domain name here. Also, you will use A and TXT records on the Cloudflare website. Next, I deal with the site I bought the domain from and the website that provides SSL services. For example, Godaddy is a domain provider and Cloudflare is a website where the domain name servers and SSL settings are put. After registration and logging into Cloudflare, I add the domain address here. For example, I enter bigmart.me and click on Add a Site. On this page, you will have different plans. To start, here I choose free to use Cloudflare services. The most important section for you here is Review DNS Records. First, I received the new records from Selldone and replaced them with DNS records on this page. Okay, now I should add A and TXT records. First, I add record A, which has a value @ sign in this list. Then I copy the IP address from the Selldone and paste it in here. Note that the previous record A must be deleted. Here I don't do that, so you will see the error. Now we need to add the record TXT to this list. From the Type tab, I select TXT and like record A, copy these values and paste them in here. Finally, save the changes. After adding the record, it is time to change the name servers within domain provider website. The change step usually takes a few hours to be approved by Cloudflare. On the domain provider website, there is a section for changing DNS, which you should take values from the Cloudflare and replace them in this section. For example, in Godaddy, I click on the bigmart.me domain to enter the Manage DNS. Here, I remove the two name servers and replace them with the two specified by Cloudflare. Here I add the new DNS1 and DNS2 respectively and click on Save. I'll wait for the name servers to be added. Since this step leads to changes in the domain, I should check the box for consent for updating the name servers. I continue the steps and wait for these changes to be applied. Depending on the domain type, Cloudflare verification time may vary from a few minutes to a few hours. Now I check on Selldone if the DNS changes are approved or not. I write the domain name here and press Enter. Well, here there is an error. It shows that it takes at least 15 minutes to confirm the changes. As I said, this confirmation may take a while, so I'm waiting for it. You can come back in 1 or 2 hours and try again. According to my Windows clock, it took me around 30 minutes to confirm. Well, the domain is added to my list of domains in Selldone. By clicking on any of the stars next to the domain, it becomes the main domain of your store in Selldone. Now I click on View Live to see the website. The auto repair helps you to fix the error because of the changes in domain settings. The oops errors are shown usually when a customer wants to buy from your inactive domain. It is the most common error that people get when adding a domain. It means that your SSL certificate is not active. If the domain provider doesn't give you free SSL certification, you can use Cloudflare. Well, here I go to Cloudflare to change the settings related to SSL. On the Cloudflare page from the left menu, I select SSL/TLS. And the SSL settings are here. Now from the left menu, I click on Edge Certificate. You see that the pending validation message here tells us that we need to wait for the certificate to be issued. Here I enable redirect HTTP to HTTPS so that if the customers enter the website using their address with HTTP, they will not encounter an error. Now I have nothing to do with the other options and I will wait for a few hours until the certificate is issued. Well, let's go to the Edge certificate again. Here it took about 5 hours to be confirmed, which is rather a good time. When it is verified, the status is activated. Everything should be correct now and the website is displayed here, but now we're going to see another error. Most errors related to adding the domain happen in the DNS management or SSL settings sections, so make sure you check these two sections when encountering such errors. Before I forget, I should say that if the validity of the purchased domain expires, it will cause an error in displaying the website. Because of the mistake I made on purpose in the beginning of the video, I see this error. This was because of an incorrect entry of records. If you see this error, go and recheck the records. Error 522 shows that the host settings have an error. To solve this problem, I will go back to Selldone and check the records. It turned out that I entered IP address value for record A incorrectly. Also, note that when you add record A, you must delete the previous one. If you have two records A, it will show the same error again. Well, now I think it's all correct. I press View Live and see that the domain is successfully added to Selldone. Now I have my online store on Selldone with my own domain. Yoo-hoo! Finally, at these places, you can ask and find answers to your questions. Subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos.